Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today we're gonna visit the south of Tamil Nadu. As we are expats in Chennai, my dad's company put at our disposal 2 cars and drivers to go around. And here we go! We were driving on ECR, the same road that leads Pondicherry to Chennai. Once we cycled 130 kilometers on this road. We're making a small stop on the way at the petrol station in order to walk a bit, like relax, and also for the driver to rest, small toilet break, and then we'll be continuing the journey. We were with the chicken family. Time to hit the road again. You shall know that Indian roads are bumpy and crowded. This is why it took us 5 hours to reach our first destination. We finally reached our first stop on the journey, and we are now in front of the temple of Gangaikondacholapuram. Sorry, I'm really bad at names. I will put it here. So it's just super nice. The temple is just so magnificent, and also it's like in a garden. It's really pretty, and it's actually a UNESCO World Class Heritage. We made it just on time for sunset. This temple is dating back from the Chola Empire, which stretched over all of the South India and the neighboring island from the 9th century to the 12th century. This temple is dedicated to Shiva and features a beautiful tower of 49 meters tall. We arrived to the hotel, and we will be spending one night here until we continue the journey tomorrow morning. Good morning, and now it's 7 a.m. in the morning, and we're heading to our second destination, Thanjavur. We are back on the road. So this is some jasmine flowers that our super driver. So it smells so good in the car thanks to the flowers. Love it. During this road trip, we are navigating throughout the great Chola Empire. Thanjavur used to be their capital. When you're actually visiting a temple in India, especially, you have to remove your shoes. Sometimes you have to let a little something like 10 rupees. To access the temple, you enter through gopurams. It's this monumental, ornamented entrance tower. We arrived to the Brihadesvara Temple in Thanjavur. It's also known as the Big Temple in English. I think it's easier to say. So basically it's still a temple from the Chola dynasty, and it was built in the 10th century and it's still in activity. So can you imagine 1,000 years of history? Every day thousands of people worship at the Chola's grand Brihadesvara Temple. So we are now at the center of the temple, and there's actually a Nangi just behind us. So it's this cow that you can see just behind the statue, and I'm so surprised, but it's really rare in India. But here on the top there's still some paintings. Look at it. Nandi is the vehicle of Lord Shiva. The temple testifies to the brilliant achievements of the Chola in architecture, sculpture, painting, and bronze casting. It's so rare to see still living paintings. It's absolutely rare, and I'm so happy because it gives you more a sense of how it was actually looking like before. I couldn't really film inside of it because of course it's not allowed. So just to let you know, normally when you go in temples in India, you will see there's a lot of barricade actually inside, like barriers, and to show you the way, because when there's when there's a lot of like a big festival or something, there's a lot of pilgrims coming, so they kind of make a circulation flow inside the temple. I don't know, for us, maybe European, it feels like you're going to Mickey Mouse, or you know, like you're in a amusement fair. Still in the temple, and we're doing actually the tour, because in the tour there is kind of a corridor that makes the whole round of the temple, and you also like this kind of stone. So actually it's a lingam, and there is 252 lingam all across the temple. Ta-da! Now we are in the Royal Palace, so I'm a bit disappointed though. I mean, there is nice painting, like the walls were nicely restored, but otherwise, like when you're walking inside the palace, it's not that pretty and not that maybe worth it. But when you go inside the halls, there you see finally the beautiful aspect of the palace. I was not a big fan of the Royal City Palace. I highly preferred the temple. Most of the monuments that you will visit, there will have some graffitis on it, because like, I don't know why, but the population is not really taking care of their monuments, which is really sad, because they have a rich culture and a beautiful architecture, but unfortunately it's been damaged because of that. Today, Thanjavur is a crowded, modern Indian town, but the past is still very much present with the city royal palace and the temple. We drove to Ellangudipatti. It is a sanctuary. It is very silent apart from odd monkeys roaming around. Ayyanar is a god who rides a white horse and protects the villagers from evil spirits. The clay statues are offering from villagers. We came here, but I don't really know, like it's a bit disappointing in a way, because like you're right, like you just take a road, there's a lot of like sculpture on the side, and then you reach the end and there's like some small statue of gods, of Ganesha, Shiva, Parvati, and so on, and that's it. This is not a must-see place to visit. If you are limited in time, I would rather recommend you to stop at the Ayyanar Temple in Chettinadu. While driving, we saw this impressive fortress and decided to stop by. We walk around the village of Thirumayam. I cuddle domestic goats, they are so cute. We preferred to pay 40 rupees for a coconut rather than pay 300 rupees per person to visit the fort. We are like that. You know me, I always love a good cocoa and I never hesitate to take one. So here we go, coconut. I actually avoid to using straw, by the way. We took the road again to reach our final destination of this road trip, the Chettinadu district. I'll make a separate video for this one. Stay tuned. In the meanwhile, explore your surroundings. Bisous bisous!